Discover the secrets of 6 successful YouTubers with these incredible tips that will revolutionize your YouTube channel. Let's dive right in with number 1. I figured out what people wanted to see, what they like to watch, and why these things work. I'd say what's evolved over time as I've gained subscribers is really the formats. I've understood that, at least for my channel and my experience, what works best is highly visual content. We're often talking about fairly complex, somewhat technical subjects, and I think one of the best ways to help people absorb what we're trying to convey is to offer them things that are very visual. For my channel anyway, that's what consistently performs best. I was talking with a friend and said, "You know what would be a true stroke of genius? A guy who wants a real creative challenge makes a video every day for a year on the internet, and by the end of the year he has 3 advantages, maybe 4. First advantage, he knows how to edit videos. No more paying people to edit our teasers. Second advantage, cameras don't faze him anymore because he's filmed so much he's past that hurdle, unlike me at the start. Third advantage, he'll have gone deep into the creative process and truly found the things he wants to talk about, because he's forced to show up every single day. And fourth, a potential bonus, maybe he's built an audience too." Great idea, why don't you do it? I don't have time, let's be reasonable. Imagine doing that every day. I've got the magazine, I've got the company I just launched, my show is touring well, I really have other things to do. But the idea wouldn't leave me. I thought, this is honestly the best advice I could give someone right now. So on January 1st, I took the plunge. Without passion, you'll make videos, but you won't enjoy making them. You won't even know why you're making them. You might say stupid things in them. You won't have the drive or motivation to spend hundreds or thousands of hours making videos that might only get 50 views. You'll give up. Without passion, you can't even keep going. It's a kind of fuel you need to move forward. When you don't have that fuel, you quickly realize passion fades pretty fast when you see you're not getting views, people aren't watching, there's no interaction, and your channel is completely stagnant. It's really sad because you think, I'm putting in all this time. For what? Views matter because they're an indicator that people appreciated your work, and that feeds your passion. The hardest part, I think, was understanding that turning your passion into a job isn't as simple as they sell it to you. Just because it's your passion doesn't mean you wake up every morning like it's vacation or like you're going to Disneyland. Not at all. It's just as hard to get up in the morning, just as hard to sit in front of your screen. Plus, there's nobody pressuring you, so you could easily do nothing all day. It's incredibly difficult. You start questioning your passion, asking yourself, is this really what I wanted to do? Because I don't feel that surge of energy every morning, even though I'm doing what was my dream. That's just not how it works. You create with heart, of course, but I also think you should consider content with longevity. For example, the video that cost me the most was the Dragon Ball music video, but to this day lots of people still watch it every month. I have trouble justifying spending 80,000 or 200,000 euros on a video that's basically consumable content with a limited shelf life. Videos you watch once and never again because they were just entertainment and didn't teach you much. If I'm going to invest a lot of money in content, I'd rather it be something that makes people think, something they'll come back to, something that leaves a mark, so it's not time limited. That's my philosophy. Sure, this kind of content is harder to find and imagine, but I think it's worth the effort. YouTube demands commitment. It's an elite platform. You have the best content creators on YouTube. It's the platform for long-form, well-constructed videos. It's not just going live and waiting for people to show up saying, "Today we're going to look at this," or making a quick story holding your phone at arm's length. No. You need to properly prepare your content, structure it well, deliver it well, edit it so it's dynamic and educational. That requires 100% commitment. My system was that I had 5 videos in the bank, so I figured by January 10th, I'd have 0 buffer. I'd already burned through it. I told myself, okay, get up earlier. It was definitely a year where I wasted very little time on social media and all that. You realize there's so much wasted time that I was just frittering away. I wasn't going to bed later, I was just getting up a little earlier. On the other hand, it was the year I learned the least. In a way, in terms of reading and such, I was relying on what I already knew. Generally, in the morning, I'd wake up with my arms crossed in bed and tell myself, "You're not getting up until you have your basic idea." So I'd create like that, lying in bed. Sometimes I'd drift back to sleep, wake up again, kind of daydream about the video I wanted to make. Once I had an idea, I'd get up, write it down, jot down bullet points, not full sentences, do a couple quick searches, film it, then edit it. Once that was done, my day could begin. The problem with a creative mind is that it goes in all directions. Making it your job requires creating a process and being more methodical than you are by nature. That's a long journey because they're always selling you this fiction that a creative mind needs to wander. If it needs 6 months to do something, give it 6 months. But eventually, when it's your job, you learn that no, it can't work like that, and that approach actually isn't good for creativity either. You simply need to show up every morning at your desk, writing, working on your next project. Actually, that develops your creativity. You're strengthening that muscle. Creativity isn't a gift. It's truly a muscle you need to work every day. Now I'm much better at working that way. I work on my videos like this. I look for the title first. Seriously, that's the recipe. Partly because your video will get clicks that way, but mostly because it helps you focus on a specific subject. If you start your video by saying, "I'm going to talk about the iPhone," there's so much you could say. But if you make a title like, "The Problem with the iPhone," you'll focus only on the problem with the iPhone. Now you have to find that problem, but there's always one. I realized at some point that I'm always looking for what can be improved in a product or what people don't understand about it. This applies to so many things. My recipe is really this: find the problem, identify it, explain to people why it's a problem and how to fix it, or why they didn't understand it. Personally, the quality needs to be there. And then when you can do more, you might as well do more. Bring in more people, other video editors, increase the pace somehow. But if you only focus on quality, you'll have one video every 6 months. YouTube won't favor you, people will forget about you, and so on. The more quantity you produce, the more people will watch. But then you have people uploading daily, like Let's Play creators. It takes them much less time to just hit record and upload. That's the quantity approach, but it suits the format, and for the viewer, just watching can be enjoyable. It's a different way of doing things. Quality and quantity have to be balanced. A good video, for me, is one that leaves a mark. That's a good video. There just needs to be a moment where something clicks, where they understand something. When I write, that's what happens to me. I'm connecting ideas, thinking through something from every angle, and at some point I go, so that's what they were trying to do. Or that's what they're missing, that's what they need to improve. A good video just has a moment where something unlocks. By the end of your video, the viewer shouldn't feel like they wasted 10 minutes. I'm not here to waste people's time. I'm not here to repeat what they've already heard. I'm not here to validate what they already know. I'm here so they grasp something and can share it with someone else. Nico from Morning Faith did a fascinating study on 3,000 YouTube channels comparing traffic sources. What drives views? We can see that for developing channels with fewer than 10,000 subscribers, nearly half their traffic comes from searches made by users within YouTube, what's called YouTube search, shown in yellow on the graph. Since these channels have few subscribers, it makes sense that video suggestions, shown in pink, and the homepage, in green, don't yet have much influence on views. So at the beginning of your YouTube journey, user searches are clearly the option that will bring you the most traffic. For your videos to appear in search results, they need to be well optimized with key moments. We always want to believe that the more time you spend and the more passion you put into what you do, the better the results will be. But reality doesn't work that way. YouTube doesn't work that way. YouTube doesn't promote effort if a format doesn't connect. You need to be smart enough to admit that and pivot to another format. Try to change. There are 2 key elements that will help you appear in recommendations. Number 1 is your click-through rate, the number of times users click on your thumbnail. If YouTube shows your thumbnail to 1,000 people and 100 click on it, your click-through rate is 10%. Great, I see you're following along. The second factor for appearing in recommendations is your average view duration. How long users spend watching your videos. A good click-through rate combined with good average view duration gives you the best chance of appearing in YouTube's recommendations. The growth in gaining subscribers has mainly allowed me to analyze what works and what doesn't. Going back to the stress thing, that's part of it. The over-analysis of every video's performance after it's released, understanding why it worked, why it didn't work, why there's a drop-off at a certain point, all these things drive me crazy after a while. But I feel like it's unavoidable. If you want to know the Machiavellian technique for getting views on YouTube quickly this year, go watch this video.